Hi folks, it's Tony from the Father and Son Fishing Channel. Today I'm going to show you my top 5 crappie lures that have helped me catch a lot of big slabs over the years. So we're going to start with number 5, and there are, again folks, hundreds of lure combinations we can use, but number 1 I'm going to show you, I really like the Roadrunner. And there's a lot of colors you can use here, but my favorite is this lime Chartreuse color, and it obviously has the spinning blade that mimics a minnow, an emerald shiner, swimming through the water when you're retrieving it or trolling it. Again, you can put any type of tail on it, but this is my favorite combination. So this is a Roadrunner. Okay, that's number 5. Number 4, I'm going to show you two. You folks would probably recognize these as Swedish Pimples, okay? So many people use these for ice fishing, for walleye and other game fish, but believe it or not, I like to vertically jig these and have caught a ton of crappie and other panfish over the years. I like to use the silver one that you see here that has the minnow scales on it, again, all towards the emerald shiner principle, and I also like to use a Chartreuse color, which also has the minnow scales on it, especially when you're fishing in darker, murkier waters. That's number 4, the Swedish Pimple. Number 3 is going to be a good old-fashioned Wally Marshall plug. I've got it tangled up here, forgive me. Okay, and this has the underbelly, wounded red bloodfish, if you will, with these beautiful red hooks, which again mimic a dying bait fish. But I really like the Chartreuse herringbone with the lime here. And then my other favorite is also the pink. Same type of fish, and you can see there's also red in the eyes, which again, fish love red because it mimics blood, okay, which is a wounded bait fish, which means easy prey. So number 3 is just these little, rattling Wally Marshall plugs. Number 2 is probably my favorite lure of all time, honestly, and it's just simply a beautiful lime chartreuse jig with a red hook. You figured it, mimicking blood. And then what we're going to do is the skirt or the tail on this jig is simply going to be a squirm and squirt, okay, made by Bass Pro Shops Cabela. In this lime chartreuse color is my favorite, the 1.5-inch variety. They're salt impregnated, so as soon as they hit the water, you're going to get a strike. So you just, like you would do with a tube, just put the skirt on the end of the jig, leave the top of the jig head exposed, and just vertically jig these, horizontally jig these. You can troll them, and you can cover a lot of water. Any water that's got crappie, you will catch them with this combination at number 2. And number 1 by far is the good old-fashioned crappie rig with an emerald shiner. So if you have seen the crappie rig, you basically just, you're gonna, let's get the right end here, you're gonna basically just kind of put this to your line, and you'll have 2 locations here, okay? You have the top hook where you're gonna bait an emerald shiner minnow, and then you've got the bottom hook right here. So that allows you to get a double header, and it's important because you're fishing 2 depths, which is what crappie typically are suspending in schools at 2 depths. So this is the most opportune way to hook a crappie rig under a float or under a bobber with the good old-fashioned live emerald shiner. And if you watched our video a couple weeks ago, we seined minnows out of the local river, and we can actually freeze these with some salt, and then you can use these year-round. Now, this one is not obviously alive, but it still preserves its color, and the flash of an emerald shiner, there's nothing better. All right, so that's it, folks. That's my number 1 bait. We would ask you to please kindly subscribe to our channel. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you. And we'll be back with more content later. Thanks.